Hello my dear students, welcome to your Geography's online class. Today in this class we will be discussing about the problems faced by Indian forestry and the conservation method that Indian government practices in order to protect the forest. So first of all, let us try to understand the importance of forest. In a country like India, which is so huge in size, and that too being located in the tropical region, forest cover is very important for us. And we see India covers approximately 21% of the land under forest cover. But because of various problems arising, mostly because of deforestation and the improper practices of agricultural activities has resulted in this forest cover to deplete or to reduce in their size. So, we see that major problems are faced in India, but yet we cannot forget or we cannot deny the importance of forest here. So, forest and its importance, as we discussed, cannot be denied because we see forest, they regulate climate of a place by either bringing rainfall or decreasing the temperature of that particular place. It provides timber to the lumbering industry, provides raw materials to paper industry. It is a source of herbs mostly for making medicines. And India, a country where Ayurveda is so much considered as an important medical practice, forest, they act as the source of these herbal medicines. Then most importantly, we see that it also controls soil erosion from various agents like wind or water. So hence, forest is very much important in India. But there are illegal practices of cutting trees and improper practices of agricultural activities is leading to degradation of this forest cover. In India, two major problems that we face is deforestation, that is cutting down of trees, mostly either for industrial activities or because of increase in the population, the settlement needs to be set up. So this results in large scale deforestation in India, which is a serious problem due to reducing amount of forest cover. The next is the practice of jhuming or slash and burn as an agricultural activity, mostly in northeastern part of India, is also a major problem. In this case, what happens is mostly the forests are cleared and agricultural practices are carried out. But after the land turns unproductive, the agricultural activity moves from that place to another region, again clearing the forest. So the place or the spot where the forests are cleared are just simply left over without any plantation of trees. So that results in open areas which later causes depletion of forests. So these are certain things that has to be curbed in order to see the increase in forest cover. So let's see the conservation method in India. Conservation means safeguarding or protection from being degraded. So here we are talking about forest conservation. That means we are trying to protect the forest. So any means that happens to reclaim the forest area is what we call conservation. So it is protection and safeguarding of the forest areas. So how can we follow the practice of conservation? So as a conservation method, we can follow programs of like afforestation and reforestation. Afforestation means planting of trees in a new area which were not the forest covers earlier. Reforestation is also planting of trees, but in those areas which were once under the forest cover. So that is known as reforestation. That means the program of reforestation is mostly carried out in those areas which were the forest cover in earlier times, but they were cleared for one or the other reason. In such places, when we start planting of trees, that is a program of reforestation. But afforestation is planting of trees in any new region or any new place, resulting to the growth of new trees. Van Mahotsav in India is one very important program carried out under the government of India. The Van Mahotsav program started in 1950 under the government of India, in which we see during the month of July and August, that is especially the rainy season, where most of the plantation of trees are carried out throughout the country. Hence, it is known as Van Mahotsav. This has given rise a considerable amount to the increase in the amount of forest cover in India. Apart from Van Mahotsav, a very important and historic event that took place in 1974, that is Chipko movement, where women embraced or hugged trees to protect them from being felled, which later became a historic event in terms of forestry in India. Then, illegal felling of trees should be banned. Also, jumming or slash and burn practices of agricultural activity should be banned in India. Then, social forestry and agroforestry. These are two important programs again put under the national policy of India, where we see in social forestry, this is mostly carried out with an objective to provide timber for fuel to the nearby villages, that are nearby the forest, so that the villagers do not enter the forest to fell the trees. The next is agroforestry. In this case, agro as it refers to agriculture, and forestry obviously to the forest cover. So here agriculture and forestry can go hand in hand or side by side. In most cases, we see the land are used for agricultural practice, but those lands are quite open and wide. So on the border areas or in the areas surrounding the agricultural field, trees can be grown, which becomes very much fruitful, not just as a forest cover, but also becomes protective for the agriculture. As the trees, they protect the crops from strong winds and also by not allowing soil erosion to take place. So this is all about the chapter class. Thank you and you all have a good day.